being based on the things that I've discovered, not only from darkroom, from breathwork, and experience of DMT, real DMT, real DMT, not smoking that shit. And I'm not saying that's wrong either. I'm just like, nothing is wrong, inherently good or bad. Consequence is. So there's good consequence and bad consequence, but it's ultimately what cause did you get to that effect. If you had a bad cause, obviously you're going to have a bad effect. If you have a good cause, you're going to have a good effect. Therefore, you're going to have good consequence, or what you would deem a good consequence. But consequence is not inherently bad in and of itself. It just is. Like we are being, like we are presently. It's not that you have to do anything. It's not that you have to be anything. You don't have to have a type of job. You don't have to dress a certain type of way. You don't have to eat a certain type of food. You don't have to eat a certain type of way. You don't even have to speak a certain type of way. That's actually like the really, really cool thing about it. You know, there's really no discrimination. Hey, you don't smoke. I'm proud of you. Good for you. Do you know who Avicii is, the artist? Yes, I do. I do. I believe, didn't he pass away? I mean, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he did. Rest in peace. If he did. I'm pretty sure he did, though. Alright. So, also one thing, guys, about being alone, or the way, see, I like to say dokido. I just say dokido, so it's easier when people understand what I'm saying. But dokido is ultimately, how's the grind? Freaking lit. Bro, I've been really building my shoulders, and I can pretty much just walk into a room and be like, fuck. Like, I feel like I own this room. And it's not like everyone else is beneath me or there's no one above me. It's not like that. It's more just like I can walk into a room and be securely confident that I could literally take care of anything in this room if I need to. We were talking about being dangerous last night. You have to have the ability to be dangerous and still not always do it. That's the power of first of all, discernment, and the power of a good man, per se, or the good masculine energy, is to be dangerous and not always have to act upon being dangerous, except for those times that you have to or that you are called to. The energy is changing, and acting out of social norms will become the new norm. Yeah, I've never really been in the normal. And I like to stay similar to that of Patrick Starfishy. Yeah, I like to really stay like Starfish, and the reason why is stop listening to music, stop listening to movies, stop listening to just the fucking television lies to begin with. They tell lies to your vision. They're telling you a vision. They're telling you shit that's going to happen. Predictive programming. That's why The Simpsons is predictive programming. It's not, they don't see the future. No, they have enough people watching their platform that they can predict certain things based on collective consciousness of how many people, based on the percentage of all of the people, are watching their content. And that's not just them. Rick and Morty, all these other types of certain types of cartoons that they project, because you also have to see that most people haven't grown out of their inner child and they still watch cartoons. I watch cartoons. I watch like Avatar and other different things. A lot of people watch anime. I'm not speaking that, but what I'm saying is that they're catering to the inner child because they don't want you to adult. They don't want you to hit Saiyan. I'm still learning about like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, but they don't want you to hit the Saiyan energy. All right, they don't want you to evolve. They don't want you to evolve out of your Pokemon. They would rather you be like small. They'd rather you just be like a Pikachu rather than a Raichu. They would rather you just be a Bulbasaur than a fucking Venusaur. They would rather you be a Squirtle than a fucking, I forget that one, but like Blastozoid. Yes. Blastoid. Fuck yeah, bro. Like, I was lit. He had fucking cannons, like, coming out of his fucking shell, bro. Like, just fucking jacked, like, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So they try to keep you in your inner child. Now, there's nothing wrong with learning from these types of things, but don't get lost in them. Don't get lost in them. I love my roommates. They're oming right now. Yes. Yes. First thing I told them when I moved in, I was like, I'm just letting you guys know that I mostly just stay in silence and I sing and I ohm. So, but she goes, that's lit. It was fucking great, bro. It was like such a cool connection. I was like, cool. I was like, yeah, I just pretty much meditate and ohm all day. Or I do breath work and ohm. I said something like it's great. All right, let's get to these freaking connections. A man alone is powerful and dangerous. Yeah. I enjoy my time alone. Oh, wow, I missed some of these. How is the grind? Yeah, the grind is fantastic, yo. Just don't like overhanging too much. Yeah. Stream meditation can cultivate it. Not a good idea. I feel you. Not the North Star, but the reference to deep meditation, pineal gland, lights, thoughts. Yeah. So when you meditate, you will start to see flickering lights. Pineal gland meditation specifically. So like what I mean by pineal gland meditation is there's a reason why they do it in a triangle. Okay. So your pineal gland is right in the center of your prefrontal cortex. It's in this like little divot. You can feel it, the connection, okay? So you'll close your eyes. You want to look up at it, all right? And then you want to go in. So you want to look up and in and then out. So up, in, out. Let's do it one more time so you get what I'm saying. You want to look up, up. You want to almost roll your eyes back, like into your head, all right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to look in, so you're going to go eye to eye. So that's where you're really going to get it. And then once you get really powerful with it, you can look forward or up. So you want to look up, in, out. That's like the most powerful way that I've discovered with pineal gland meditation. And when you open your pineal gland, you'll see a lot of flickering lights. You'll see a lot of different things that will stem up into that. Exactly. Fit in you yourself. Yeah. Yep, agree. Technically, we live in a comedy, for sure. Bruh. We'll see woke is good. Yeah, super saiyan. Yeah, and that's the thing, too, guys. It's like, I was literally just saying this, is like, they don't want you to hit super saiyan level, so of course they're gonna make you watch cartoons. They're gonna want to keep you in your inner child. When you realize that you are the fucking cartoon, you're fucking the cartoon. You are the Dragon Ball. You are all the main characters. Okay, the main characters are you, actually. Am I religious? I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. It doesn't really. I think they're just labels. I find that so funny. Like, so what if I said yes? Will it happen? All right, maybe next time I'll just be like, yeah. Just to see what happens. You know. All right. So one thing, guys, I've been doing is eating slower, eating more amount, and going longer in my fasting. So the last few days I've been actually eating solid food. My metabolism has been so peaked that I've been waking up leaner. I've been waking up leaner and eating more food. It blows my mind. And that literally is evidence that metabolism is speeding up. So when your metabolism's speeding up, that means you're getting technically closer to death, because people with fast metabolisms, more muscle, generally tend to leave Earth. Now, there's a balance to it, and a fast metabolism is not bad. Now, ultimately, teaching breatharian, so what I'm doing is I'm speeding up my metabolism for healing and all this other type of stuff. But breatharian teaches you how to slow your metabolism down so much that you become so one with your metabolism in and of itself, to where through your breath you can speed up or slow your metabolism down by breath work. Or so whether it's sped up breath work, you are creating more anxiety. But if you slow down your breath work, you're prolonging life. Do you believe in Christ? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Way different than how religion does, but yes, I do. Yeah. I don't believe that God is anywhere outside of us. I don't think that he's going to come down out of the clouds per se. I think that this is very similar to that of the present day music. So the way that I actually explain it to people is they talk about this in Colossians, 3:13, which is by the renewal of your mind, which I believe is dimethyltryptamine in terms of chemicals, or Kemet, ancient Egypt. That was the space and time where Joseph was in Egypt. That was the space and time in the Bible where Jesus didn't have, from age 7 to age 30, and then 33 was 30 to 33 was his whole ministry. And that's also like a very important thing to understand. You also have to understand, what was he doing when he was in the desert, when he was fasting before he went on his mission, on his ministry. He was in a dark room. He was in a dark room. I didn't even say this. I didn't even have to say it. There are pastors who are already saying it. So don't even trip. Don't even trip if you think like the church is not, it's well on its way. It's evolving. Just give it some time, give it some patience, give it some love, give it some energy, and it'll be fine. Here's one thing too. A lot of things that shied me away from church was we never talked about how the body is the temple. Or we did, but then right after that we would go and eat dead carcass and eat a bunch of fucking bullshit. We won't eat plant-based, we won't eat pistachios. Just simple. You know that there's nothing wrong with eating pistachios. But the thing is this goes back to Dokido. Dokido, which is the way of the samurai, the way of being alone. Stop chasing good food. Okay, and this doesn't mean that you can't make things taste good. It's saying that pasta is not good for you even though it tastes good. It's saying that bread is not good for you even though it tastes good. And there's levels to this. So for me, the only thing that I eat is white rice. And the reason why I only eat white rice when I'm bulking or when I'm because right now I'm in carb cycle. I eat is white rice. And the reason why I only eat white rice when I'm bulking or when I'm because right now I'm in carb cycling, keto, paleo,